let's clear the air, there haven't been any Vlogmas videos the last couple of days. And that's actually for a really good reason. I got COVID. I actually was vlogging the day I got COVID, and then things just went downhill from there. I decided not to post that video because I just was complaining a whole lot, and that's not always the most entertaining thing to hear. So instead I just didn't post a video. I feel so much better today. Today is the 5th day of me having it because I'm pretty sure I got it Thursday of last week. My cheeks felt like they had a fever, but I wasn't running a fever, and I continued to feel like that for multiple days. And then I actually was running a fever on Saturday, like a 99.7 fever. So not super high, but definitely enough for me to be aware that like something wasn't right. So then on Sunday, I got a Walmart delivery of a COVID test, and lo and behold, that thing lit up. So I have been home, and it is now Tuesday. I have been fever-free for 2.5 days. I feel so much better today. The only real symptoms I've had have been a fever and then aching muscles. My muscles have been hurting so much, specifically like the back of my legs, my hamstrings, and my lower back. Like nothing I could do was making them not achy. But today, all of that seems to be better, and the only thing I'm dealing with is a runny nose. So I'm about to take some Dayquil. I have got liquid IV and my Stanley today, so I'm gonna try and stay nice and hydrated even though I'm craving carbonation. So I will be having a Diet Coke shortly. So even though I'm feeling better, I am technically sick, so this is gonna be a sick day vlog. I'm about to film a couple of videos to catch up on Vlogmas over in my little bookshelf corner. I've decorated it for Christmas. I've got my little Grinch there, and then a bunch of stuff I found at the Dollar Tree. That tinsel and the stockings, I've got one for me and one for each of the cats. And then I've got a little Merry Christmas sign, but it's on that shelf, so I don't know if you can see it. And I just think it feels really warm and cozy. What's about to happen is I'm gonna go film my December TBR. I'm gonna film all the series I'm in the middle of video. I'm supposed to be getting a bullet journal in the mail today from Amazon. I'll let y'all know if I end up liking it. I tried to start bullet journaling, like reading journal, a couple of years ago, and I was just trying to do too much. I was trying to do a page review for every single book I read, and I ended up giving up on it. But what I did like about that reading journal was keeping up with like the daily things, like how many pages I read during a day, and then just having my like page spreads of my TBR. And instead of doing a page for every book, what I would really like to do this year is, if I have a book club pick, having like a 2-page layout, not even devoted to being like cute, but somewhere I can write down my thoughts and favorite quotes and questions that I have. And then if those questions get answered, just kind of like actually journaling my reading, especially for book club books. So I feel like I'm bringing more, this sounds really like pretentious, but so that I'm bringing more intellectual things to the conversation other than, I really liked this book. The characters were great. They really worked through their grief. But I'm actually bringing like evidence-based discussion points. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I also need to finish 2 crochet dragons. I've got a deadline that I set for myself of the 10th for one of these orders to get finished. I also need to fix my vacuum today. It's not a big issue. I've just been vacuuming up so much yarn that I think my vacuum got overworked, and the little belt at the bottom that makes the brush turn snapped. It's a really, really easy fix, and I have been putting my vacuum through a lot of grief lately. But let's film, and then I'll take y'all along on some crocheting. I forgot to mention what I'm reading. I have 6 hours left of my tandem read, so I really think I'm gonna finish that today. My heart lives in the world of Throne of Glass now. ACOTAR was fun. You know, Crescent City, I've only read the first book, but it's a lot. But Throne of Glass is just like everything that my heart has needed. And I looked at my Instagram memories today. I finished the second book, or I started the second book a year ago today. And I still wasn't loving Throne of Glass at that point. But by the time I picked up Air Fire over the summer, my mind, my heart, everything completely changed. I am in love with this series. I feel so connected to it, and I feel like I live there, and I'm gonna be really, really sad to say goodbye. I just finished filming all the series. I am currently in the middle of video, and I have got a stack of books so tall beside me. I'll show y'all in a second. I'm kind of worried it's gonna fall over if I get up. I'm gonna keep vlogging today. I'm gonna go edit this video so I can go ahead and put it up so that I can get y'all a Vlogmas video today. I'm gonna make lunch in a second, and then we're gonna sit down and tandem read and crochet, and then clean up my apartment a little bit, change the bedding to make it Christmassy, have a cup of tea, and just be cozy today, because while I am feeling much better, I don't feel perfect yet. So let's go. Let's continue this day. All right, so here's evidence of the video. Toilet paper, because I had to blow my nose and I don't have any Kleenex, and then the giant tower of series I'm in the middle of. I know my floor looked dirty. I know it did. Remember, I have to fix my vacuum today, okay? And I've been sick and I haven't felt like cleaning. We'll get to it, okay? We'll get to it. Welcome to how chaotic my kitchen looks when I'm sick. Look at my tree that doesn't have lights on it, and so it looks boring, but I do have a picture that I painted as like a staff team building thing a couple Christmases ago. It's probably hard to see, but it's an ornament with a bunch of twinkly lights around it. I'm gonna make leftover soup for lunch. I could not have planned this better before I got sick, or like, I guess I was actually sick but didn't know it yet. I was like, I really want white chicken chili, and so I've had a ton of leftover white chicken chili this whole time that I've been sick. It's really good. It's like low-fat cream cheese, a little bit of half and half, chicken broth, chicken, cannelloni beans, and corn, and a bunch of spices. And the spices definitely help with the congested nose situation we've got going on. I put a little bit of cilantro, a little bit of cheese on it. It's really good. Something exciting I can talk about while my food heats up is I am a part of Liv from Liv's Library's Patreon. I'm in the tier that does like quarterly book exchanges or giveaways, and we have a Christmas book exchange coming up. And I got my package in the mail yesterday. I'm really glad it was wrapped, because I definitely opened the package and I probably shouldn't have, but it is wrapped from Amazon, and I know there's a book in here and something else. I'm refusing to look at the gift tag, which is taking a lot of self-control, because growing up I was the kid that went looking for presents. But we're doing a Zoom, like, open up our gifts on Saturday, and I'm really excited to see what book I got. I put books that I was really excited about on my wish list, but even if my person didn't get me something from my wish list, it's always just really exciting to get a book and open it. So this is just sitting on my desk waiting for me, and I'm really excited about it. Finally settling down to get some stuff done. And sorry, my cat is bopping his head on the tripod, which is his favorite thing in the whole world to do. There's Elliot Brooks. Now he can't do it while I'm talking to you, but I am about to set up my Audible on my iPad so that I can film while I'm working on my reading journal, as well as listen to my audiobook, because I haven't really gotten to listen very much today. I took a Dayquil this morning and I think it's finally wearing off. Like I said, I'm gonna sit here and work on my bullet journal. My other one hasn't come in yet, and I really wanted this to be my book journal just because it's like the like kind of weathered leather look. I've got some Taylor Swift stickers out there. So what I did instead was I taped all these pages together so that I don't use them. I might cut them out, but I don't want to damage the journal. So for right now, we're just gonna start fresh here. Okay guys, I've been sitting here listening to the tandem read for quite some time. I did just make a mistake and like got so invested in what was going on in Empire of Storms, I completely forgot to switch back to Tower of Dawn. And so I now have to listen to like 10 chapters of Tower of Dawn to get back to where I need to be. So oops, it's really good. I've been working on my reading journal for a little while, so like I said, sometimes what's in my head does not necessarily transfer to the page, and this is just gonna be a really, really quick flip through. I just put a sticker right here because obviously the paint bled through. I've got my 52 book goal, tracking pages read in pixels, series tracker. These are the ones I plan on taking into next year. Obviously, like Throne of Glass isn't on there because I'm gonna finish it before the year is over. And I left space, so obviously I can add to that. Here is the infamous like bookshelf page and like filling them in how I read it. And I actually put like something for hybrid reading, either like on my Kindle in a physical book or while I'm listening to audio, so that I can track that, because I've never seen somebody put that in there, but that's how I listen to a lot of books. I have enough books here for my yearly goal. It doesn't look like it, but that's 52. That's the goal I like to stick with. I'll talk more about my reading goals later, but then if I read more, I can add to these 2 shelves. I've just got a section for a reading log, so that as I read books, I can put the name of the book, the date that I finished it, and the star rating. And then I just went ahead and made like my little January title page. And then I made my first spread for a book. So I'm not gonna make a spread for every single book I read, but for book club specific books, I think I talked about this morning, I want to be able to take in more things so that I can actually have like a smart discussion about the book. So I already know that one of my book club picks for January is the book Shark Heart, A Love Story. And I might actually start that in December, but since it's a January book club pick, I went ahead and did this for it so that I can just bring this and have it here. If you're wondering where this journal is from, it's from Michael's. I've had dinner. I've listened to a little bit more of my audiobooks. I really thought I was gonna finish today, but it might be tomorrow, because while I am working on this, I want to catch up on a little bit more of BookTube, and then I'll head to my room. I'm setting an hour for myself to work on the project I'm about to show you, because I'm trying to not overwork myself. I'm trying to just take it a little bit more easy. And the only symptoms I have from being sick right now are achiness. And so it really catches up to me in my wrist. But I wanted to talk about what I was working on, because I do custom colors of things that are getting ordered. And this particular dragon had a lot of specific colors that the recipient is going to want. So let me go over that with you. We were deciding on his eye colors yesterday, and so I haven't finished his face. It's a little hard to see, but he's got little bobble nostrils. It's hard to see without it being finished. But I didn't want to finish his face before I knew what eye color they wanted. So he's got a grape head and body and legs and arms, kind of like a grape purple. He's got red horns that are going to go on his head, blue eyes. He's going to have alternating red and blue spikes. And then his body, like I said, is grape, but he's got a green tail. So I was trying to figure out how to kind of make the tail not just be like this huge transition from purple to green. So as you can see, I kind of tried to alternate it a little bit so it looks more like it's fading into the green tail. Oh, and he's gonna have green wings. So this is for a friend's son who loves dragons, and when she said like, what would your perfect dragon be? This is what it is. So I'm working on his body right now. I stopped on, let me tell you, round 30 last night. So I'm gonna pick up at round 30, crochet for an hour while I watch BookTube. And so here's your crocheting content of the day. I saw this from another crochet YouTuber. So let me tell you what this is. You obviously probably know what this is. It's like a little fidget pop thing, but it's useful for me when I have a lot of rows that end up being the exact same thing, like 4 rows of 42 stitches, and in your head you can kind of lose track of that. So each time I complete a row, I just pop one in, and then when I'm done with all of those, I pop them back out and I save it for the next time. All right, guys, I know it's pretty early in the evening, but I definitely feel exhausted. And since I'm trying to go to work tomorrow, we'll see if that happens, but I'm trying to go to work tomorrow. I feel like I need to get relatively early sleep, but I am in bed. I'm gonna edit today's vlog so it can be up for you guys tomorrow, and I will see you in the next VLOGMAS video. Probably gonna be another daily vlog, but we'll see. Probably gonna be me. What are you doing, Zelda? It's probably gonna be me finishing the tantrum read. if you watched all the way to the end of today's video, why don't you leave me either the ball of yarn emoji or the cat emoji to celebrate Sherlock headbutting my tripod. If you like this video and want to see more bookish and Christmas and Vlogmas content from me, make sure that you like and subscribe to this video, and make sure that you leave a comment down below because I love interacting with you guys down there. And I'll see you later, guys. Bye.